Welcome to our introduction to mobile app development with Kotlin, where we'll explore the fundamentals of this powerful language for building Android apps. Whether you're a student or an aspiring developer, this video will guide you through key concepts with clear examples. So let's dive in and start coding. Introduction to Mobile App Development with Kotlin from the Programming Professor. Today, we'll cover the essentials of Kotlin for mobile app development, following a structured outline. We'll start with Kotlin's background and syntax, then explore variables, arithmetic, and control structures like conditionals and loops. Next, we'll dive into functions, lambdas, and object-oriented programming with classes, inheritance, and interfaces. We'll also cover arrays, collections, exceptions, and packages, wrapping up with a summary to tie it all together. This roadmap will give you a solid foundation for creating Android apps. Kotlin, developed by JetBrains and released in 2016, is the go-to language for Android development since 2017. It compiles to JVM bytecode, making it interoperable with Java, and is supported by IDEs like IntelliJ IDEA and Android Studio. The code example shows a simple program that prints, "Hello, Kotlin," to the console, demonstrating Kotlin's straightforward syntax for getting started. Compiling and running a Kotlin file via the command line is a practical skill for developers. You write your code in a file like hello.kt, compile it to a jar file using the Kotlin C command, and run it on the JVM with the Kotlin command. The example code prints, "Hello, Kotlin," to the console, and this CLI approach is great for scripting or automating builds in Android development pipelines. Variables in Kotlin are declared with var for mutable variables or val for read-only ones, with type inference simplifying the process. Common data types include int, double, and string. The code example shows a mutable variable numSongs being reassigned, while attempting to reassign a val like numalbums causes an error, highlighting the importance of choosing the right variable type for app data management. Arithmetic in Kotlin uses standard operators like plus, minus, multiply, and divide, with parentheses taking precedence. String templates make it easy to embed calculations in output. The example converts Fahrenheit to Celsius, calculating 20 degrees Fahrenheit as approximately minus 6.67 degrees Celsius, a useful technique for apps that handle unit conversions. Conditionals with if, and else are essential for decision-making in apps, especially for validating user input. The code example assigns a grade based on a score, printing grade B for a score of 85, showing how conditionals control app behavior based on user data. Loops like for and while are perfect for iterating over data, such as lists in mobile apps. The output demonstrates a for loop printing items 1 to 3 and a while loop counting down from 3. Illustrating how loops handle repetitive tasks in app interfaces or data processing. Functions in Kotlin, defined with fun, promote reusable and modular code. The example defines a function to calculate the area of a rectangle, returning 20 for a 5 by 4 rectangle, showing how functions can simplify complex app logic by breaking it into manageable pieces. Lambdas are anonymous functions that make code concise, especially for event handling in Android. The example iterates over a list of numbers, printing each one, demonstrating how lambdas streamline tasks like responding to button clicks or processing data in apps. Classes define blueprints for objects, representing entities like UI components in apps. The example creates a car object with make and model properties, printing Chevrolet Camaro, showing how classes model real-world objects in mobile app development. Data classes in Kotlin simplify storing structured data, like user profiles in apps. The example creates a student object with name and major, printing its properties automatically, highlighting how data classes reduce boilerplate code for app data models. Variables in Kotlin store references to objects, not the objects themselves, allowing multiple variables to point to the same object to save memory. This is critical for sharing data models across Android activities, but changes via one reference affect all, as shown by two variables referencing the same car object, both printing Ford. Inheritance lets classes reuse properties and methods, enhancing code efficiency in app frameworks. The example shows a car class inheriting from a vehicle class, printing Tesla Model S, demonstrating how inheritance organizes related app components. Interfaces define contracts that classes must follow, enabling flexible app architectures. The example shows a car class implementing a drivable interface, printing Tesla is driving, illustrating how interfaces ensure consistent behavior across app modules. Companion objects in Kotlin provide static-like functionality, ideal for utility functions in apps. The example shows a database class with a companion object method to connect to a database, printing a connection message, useful for managing app resources like data storage. Arrays are fixed-size collections for static data in apps. The example iterates over an array of scores, printing each one, showing how arrays handle structured data like user scores or settings in mobile applications. Collections like lists, sets, and maps are dynamic and essential for managing app data. The example iterates over a list of names, printing Alice and Bob, demonstrating how collections handle flexible data structures in apps. Exceptions in Kotlin, handled with try-catch, ensure robust app behavior. The example attempts to convert a string to an integer, catching a number format exception and printing invalid number, showing how exceptions prevent app crashes from invalid user input. Packages organize code and imports access classes from other packages, crucial for scalable apps. The example shows a student class in a package, imported and used to print a student's details, illustrating how packages structure large Android projects. Kotlin is a modern language for Android app development, with main driving execution on the JVM. It supports mutable and read-only variables, control structures like conditionals and loops, and object-oriented features like classes, inheritance, and interfaces. Collections and exceptions ensure robust apps, while packages organize code for scalability. Your next step is to build a simple Android app to apply these concepts. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if there are other topics you would like me to talk about. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on software engineering and technology. See you next time.